Hi, I'm Ed Holland. But anyway, I'm on here for a reason to make a video. And I've deer hunted all most of my life. I've hunted all my life, different things. I've hunted dogs, and then I got into deer hunting. But what I'm trying to relay out to everybody is that the the thing I want to talk about is I've run into the hairy people, I call them. To me, they're not no type of animal. I go back to what the Indians said, doing some research on these things, which I'm not out there looking for Bigfoot. Not That's not me. I just like to hunt and be left alone. But getting back to what I was saying about the Indians, I've listened to podcasts. There's a lot of different people on here talking about different things. And I seen one about the Indians. The Indian heritage, and when the Indians was here long before we were here, any kind of a scientist or any kind of stuff like that that's out there, they was here long before us. And any scientists, anything else. Because the Indians knew this land really, really good. And the Indians that I've done research on and seeing this video of them through David Paulides, if I'm saying his name right, I hope I am, and another video from somebody else on Indian research, which was, I think, on the History Channel a little bit. The Indians know what these beings are. They know a lot more than anybody else. And they call them the Star People because they came from the space out, not from here. And that's what I believe. And anyway, Indians lived with them. They lived out there. We didn't. None of us out here that's hunting or doing any kind of stuff out in the wild. We all hunters alike and hunting guides, love the outdoors. We all do. But none of us have lived out there in the woods like the Indians did back in the days. So they was neighbors with them. They lived with them. They had to deal with them. So they know. And the wisest thing you can think of, if you want to know something, talk to Indian people, the older ones, if they're still living. If you don't, you hopefully talk to their family about this. These hairy beings to me are not from here. That's for sure, because of the Indians. And it's scary. I've run into one. I've had one to walk around me, invisible, cloaking, whatever you want to call it, invisible in broad daylight, in the daylight. And it's scary. It's scary enough to see one. I seen one and we stood there 70, 80 yards away from me. Biggest thing I ever seen. Orange in color, and you couldn't see a cleaner animal, or excuse me, not an animal, I'm sorry, human being type. And these things are, they're, like I said, they're more advanced. They know a lot more than we do. And they're knowledgeable. Well, if you can go from one planet to another, I'm saying another planet, that makes them way advanced more than we are. So I don't look as their hair, because they look like, in ways they look like a giant gorilla. I don't look at them as that. That's a cover-up. I don't know why. And they might always be that way, but to me that's a cover-up for something else. They're, like the Bible says, they're a Nephilim. And I believe some of them are good, some of them are bad, but they're fallen angels for a reason. And I don't want to be around them. And now the next story I'm wanting to talk about is that I think they physically can zap you. I've had it happen to me, I think, twice now. And here's the reason. I heard some podcasters say they get sick. A woman said it once on her podcast. A young man on his, he said he was getting sick. That happened to me twice now. And here's another thing. You go back before you run across these hairy beings or any other type of cryptid. Before you run into them or knew anything about them, if you go in the woods, do you ever remember getting sick before you run into them or ever seen them? I don't remember getting sick like that. Now you can overdo it and get overheated and exhaust yourself. But getting back to getting sick, I've been zapped twice. I mean, it come out of the blue for no reason. I was walking up Mountain Ridge trying to get to the top, and buddy hit me. I thought I was going to pass out. Nauseated, sick, lightheaded. And I did. So I rested a second. Long story short, I tried to walk a few more steps and it hit me like you turn a light switch off. And I knew right then, I told myself, turn around and leave. You're going to pass out and lay here on the ground. So I stopped in my tracks, took a breath, took a couple of minutes, and then I left. I got the hell out of there. And then there's another time I come in there, and this is this year of 2026. I went another time to research some new areas and put a camera up for my benefit of seeing what kind of animals could come through. Wasn't looking for these creatures, and I got sick again as I got to a creek to cross back across. So the lady podcaster I heard her say, and she's telling the truth, something is mentally, physically zapping you. And I go to the young man that was talking about the same thing on his podcast. That's all I think it could be. It ain't there's nothing wrong with their health. There's something that these things can use on you. And it's scary because also it can make you forget where you're at. And you might be in them damn woods for an hour and realize you thought you was there just a few minutes. So that's what I'm making my podcast about. Or not, excuse me. It's a reel. But so there you go. And I want to hunt. I love hunting. I'm in my 60s and I still enjoy it. And I don't know. I just don't know what's going on with these cryptid things. If there's here, and one more question, one more thing I'm going to say. We can't, we want to enjoy going out in the woods, doing whatever we do, hiking, fishing, hunting. These beings don't want us to. And that shows to me that they don't like us. So that's about all I'm going to say. And all I know what to say, or excuse me again, that you just, it's a scary thing. I don't care, you got to carry a weapon, but it's a scary thing. And one more thing. I pray about stuff when I go in these mountains or in the woods somewhere else. It's a lot of land. Because really, like Josh said on his podcast, stay prayed up, and he's right. That's the only thing that seems to calm them down and leaves you alone. So everybody out there have a good day, and nice talking with you.